My name is Untitled. I'm a financial coach at IRC, located in New York. Welcome to today's workshop, and today's workshop is about everything you need to know about credit card. The objective the objectives of this workshop is uh, how do credit cards work? How do I pick a credit card? How do I protect my financial information? How do I start building my credit using credit cards? Before we start our workshop, what is credit? Let's refresh our memories. What is credit? Can anyone tell me? Okay. Credit is a way to tell a potential lender whether or not you're a risky person to lend money to. And also shows you and also your credit shows your past history of borrowing money and paying it back. Basically, that is what a credit is. um, and why credit is important. So can anyone tell me why credit is important? Well, credit is important because it helps banks and lenders know if you can be trusted with their money. uh, So that's why it's more important. And also, it's very important that a bank or lenders can lend you money without knowing you. Also, so uh, there there's some there are a lot of people or organizations can look at your credit. So the question is, who might want to know about your credit? Well, first of all, lenders or people who will be responsible for paying money to. Credit card companies, loan companies, when you purchase a car, when looking for a mortgage to buy a home, when you want to rent an apartment. So these are all the organizations or companies can want want to uh, know about your credit. So can anyone tell me what makes up a credit score? What does this consist of? Well, let's see. In the chart that you can see on my screen uh, is what makes up your credit score, basically. So, number one, as far as I know, payment history is 35% of your credit score. Amount owed, basically, let's see how much debt you have, or how much loan is under your name. That is 30% of your um, credit score. New credit, basically, if you have if you just opened a new credit card or you opened a new account, so that is a 10% of your credit score. 15% of your credit score is the length of your credit history. So basically, like, let's say how long you have had that credit card for. And 10% is called max credit. So basically, what is a max credit? Max credit is when you're trying to open a new credit card to pay off your current loan. So that's kind of like mixing up your credit, your credit. So be careful, guys. As you can see in the chart, 35% of your credit score is at payment history, which is very a lot. So think about it. If you make a good payment monthly on time, you have not missed any payment in a month, that is 35% increase on your credit score. But if you don't pay any of it, or if you missed a month, that means it can hurt 35% of your credit score as well. So be aware of that, please. Credit score is from 300 to 850. So according to this chart, so if a person have 300 to 629, that means the credit is bad. If a person have 630 to 689, that means it's okay. If a person has 690 to 690 to 719, that's a really good credit score. And then if you have 720 to 850, that is an excellent credit score. So our goal is at this point to have at least 720. All right, credit cards. Credit cards basically making purchase with borrowed money. So banks, credit unions, and credit card companies. These are the companies can have credit cards. And also, uh, the way it works with credit cards, if you pay them off, and there's no interest, and then also uh, the money that you use from a credit card, which is let's say if it's a large amount, if you pay them over time, it's obviously going to pay them with an interest. But if you pay them all at once, there is no interest. A lot of people use their credit cards to pay their bills. So I would say, like, let's say if you have, let's say, your cell phone bill or your internet cable or or any bills that you know that is less, and if you put that on your credit card and you can pay them back at the end of the month, um, or when your billing cycle due without any late payment. And then a lot of people have like what 3 to 4 credit cards, and they have all the credit cards for different uses. All right, well, excuse me. Here's a question: Why do I? Why would I get a credit card? So, in order for you to get a credit card, is to build your credit, and also it is it is for your emergency for expenses. Also, with credit cards nowadays, you can also use a fraud protection as well. And then also, some credit cards have points and rewards at the end of the month or at the end of each period that uh, you can take advantage of. All right, guys. What is the difference between credit card and a debit card? Well, credit cards is basically bank's money. You're borrowing bank's money, not a physical cash, but in the credit card. A lot of credit cards has discounts, rewards, points that you can take an advantage of. And also, a credit card can help you build your credit. And to be honest with you, also it's also uh, easy to use, but be careful, guys. Usually, if you do spend a lot and if you don't pay it on time, that means you're paying interest. And if you do miss a payment, there is a lot of like hidden fees or late fees that is coming along with your bill that you'll be paying. So be careful. And then also, also you have to keep in mind that when you do have a credit card, try not to spend too much out of it. Don't put yourself into the debt. And then also when if anybody tries to use your credit card that you are not aware of, the bank will notify you as far as unauthorized use of a credit card. Let's say if you're using your credit card. Oh boy, let's say if someone uses your credit card in Walmart and I don't know, Indiana, to be honest. Like, let's say, and you have never been to the state of Indiana, and you'd be like, oh, I've never been to Indiana. So it's some sort of a protection that banks do protect your money or your credit card, which is a very good thing. And then the debit card is like whenever you spend money out of your debit card, that means that you're actually spending your money that you saved at the bank. Um, Also, there's no bills or there's no payment at the end of the month or at the end of the billing cycle that you would have to make if you use your debit card. And there's no late fees, there's no interest charge. And honestly, debit card does not help you build your credit as well. So if you want to build your credit, the best way to go for is to have a credit card. But the choice is up to you. All right, so now let's figure out what are the difference between a secure credit card and a secure credit card. And let's see what are the common thing between both. So let's start with the secure credit card. Secure credit card is for people who have no credit, or if they have a bad credit and they're trying to build it up. Secure credit card has a higher interest rates. They have few rewards, not a lot as an unsecured credit card, and they also have extra fee. So think about it. To be honest with you, why do a secure credit card um, has all these hidden fees or fewer rewards? It's just because you're trying to build your credit score. So if you have a bad credit score or you have no credit score, and if you're trying to build your credit score, the bank will take some of the advantages away from you uh, versus like a unsecured credit card. And then also, um, it has a label on every secure credit card has a label. It literally says secure credit card. And then and some of them they don't require credit checks, to be honest with you. So and then also secure credit card has a very low limit as far as spending wise, and then unsecured credit card uh, has as qualified with a good FICO score or a credit history. If you have a really good credit score, with like let's say if you open a secure credit card and you have keep spending it and you have been making payment on time, and then within a few months and you apply for unsecured credit card, the chances of you getting a newer or an unsecured credit card with a lower rate is a lot possibility. Also, with unsecured credit card, you can get a lot of rewards. I know, for example, let's say like if you use your credit card at a gas station, there's a 2% cashback. That's a reward. Uh, or some credit cards have points into it. So uh, um, let's say if you keep using your credit cards at the end of the year, if you have a certain amount of points, then there's rewards. The bank would say send you a gift card from a shopping center or a a gift card from a restaurant. So these are the rewards that you can uh, use. And also, um, uh, when you do apply for an unsecured credit card, uh, they do a hard inquiry on you. So, so you have to be careful on that. And then the good thing about them, the good thing about both of them, also that is both credit cards, either secure or unsecured, can build your credit score. Um, you can pay both of the cards, either secure or unsecure. You can make a widely payment. Also, both of them can is reported to the credit bureaus in order for your credit to get billed. And then also for both of them, you can using it online as well. So when you do apply for a credit card, whether it's a bank or a company that you want to get a credit card, what do they look for? Well, what are they looking for? So, what they look for is your credit report and your credit score. And then also, they're looking at your debt. How much loan do you have under your name? And then also your income. So, these are the three things that a lot of companies do look for when you do apply for credit card. And let's say if a person is basically want to apply for a credit unsecured credit card and they get denied. So let's see, why are they getting denied? So one of the reasons that you might get denied for a credit card is because your loan balance are too high. Basically, like you have a lot of debt under your name, or basically if you have a credit card or a two credit card, then you have a lot of balance left from both of those credit cards. That means like you owe a lot of money from uh, both credit cards, and then also income has to play a lot of role in this situation as well, because if you don't have any income or your income is very low, banks or other companies may not approve your credit card application. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when you do apply for a credit card, there are a few things, as a matter of fact, 6 things that you need to be aware of. First of all, when you do apply for a credit card, whether it's a bank or a company, ask, what is my APR? What is my annual percentage rate? Ask, what is my credit limit? You have to ask, what is my annual fee? Because what is an annual fee? Annual fee, basically. Annual fee is basically when a credit card company or a bank, they have a fee yearly or annually. So you have to know what is that fee amount yearly. And then let's say if you do spend X amount of money out of your credit card and you don't have enough to make the payment, you have to know what is the minimum requirement. That means the least payment that you can make out of what you spend. And then you have to know what are the penalties. So if I don't pay a credit card bill, what kind of a penalty I'm looking at? So you would have to kind of like find out what's going on. And then also ask about rewards and cashbacks. So you can take advantage of that as well. All right. So what is annual percentage rate, which we call it APR? For each credit card is different. Each company is different. Usually a better credit is equal to a good APR, which is a lower APR. And then also, if you think about it, guys, if you look at the chart below over here, if a person has a score credit of 740 to 850, their APR is at 12.99%, which is amazing. And if their credit score is 680 to 739, their APR is 17.99%, which is okay at this point. And then, oops, and then if you have a bad credit score, which is 600, or maybe, I'm sorry, not bad, a fair credit score, which is below good, your APR could be 22.99%. So that is a bit high. So you might want to take a look at it, or maybe before applying for an unsecured credit card, maybe you want to apply for a secure credit card for you to build your credit before you get the unsecured credit card. So there are a lot of options that you might want to take when you reach that unfortunate 22.99% interest rate. Yeah. All right. So what is a credit limit and what is a minimum payment? So let's talk about that. So credit limit is the maximum amount of money that you can spend out of a credit card. If you have a really good credit score and you do apply for an unsecured or a unsecured credit card, which I can call it a regular credit card, to be honest with you, your limit could be $8,000 or $10,000. So that means that you can spend up to $10,000, but it is not a good thing to do that. But you have an option to do that, and then also you can increase your credit limit if you have used your credit wisely, if you have paid your bills on time. You can ask for more. And then to be honest with you guys, I would say, let's say if you do have a credit card and if you have a $10,000 limit, spend 10% of that. Don't put yourself to the debt, which is not a good thing. Trust me. And then what is the minimum payment? Minimum payment is basically you're trying to make the least amount of payments on a credit card so you can avoid the fee, which is a late fee or an interest or whatnot. Not excuse me, not interest, but at least you can avoid late fees as far as what kind of fee that can apply for if you don't pay your uh, credit card. And then also uh, uh, if you have any balance left has an interest, believe me or not, and then at the end of the month or the next month, you would owe what you owe plus the interest on top of that. So try to make more a payment, more than your minimum payment. So let's say like if your minimum payment is like $25, make that $50. Uh, so this way you can avoid some of those fees. Let's say, what type of fees does a credit card have? One of them is an annual fee, as I mentioned before. Annual fee is basically yearly fee that a bank or other companies charge you for. If you transfer your money or your balance from one credit card to another card, there's usually a fee. Uh, Cash advance fee. What is a cash advance fee? Ooh, all right. Well, cash advance fee is if you want to take cash out of a credit card. Uh, you can, yes. Do I recommend it personally? No, because you do pay fees on top of that, and then if God forbid if you don't pay that whatever amount you took out of your credit card, they're going to charge you an interest on top of that. So I try to avoid cash advance. Uh, Cash advance is basically I would use it for if I really need to, in uh, very hard situation if I am in, then I would use a cash advance. And then late fees. If you don't pay your bill on time, there's usually late fee on it. So these are, and then the last one is a foreign transaction fee. What is that? Foreign transaction fee is basically let's say if you travel to London or if you travel to Germany, and if you do use your credit in another country besides the United States, then there's a kind of like a transaction for the foreign country that they can charge you for. Credit card rewards. You've probably heard me saying it a lot, or maybe I did mention it before. Uh, let's see. So cashbacks, as I say, if you spend your money on a gas stations or any other restaurant, you get a percentage of what you spend. Usually, it's 2% cashback, but it really varies out on banks or credit card companies. Points, you can get points on each dollar you spend. For example, let's say every dollar you spend, you get 150 points, for example. And then at the end of the year or at the end of the every quarter, you can redeem that points. Or basically, how can you redeem it? By getting a gift card or other rewards, whatever the credit card companies offer you. And then also you can get discounts on a gym, or if you travel, excuse me, if you travel somewhere, or if you go to concert. So these are the type of discounts that you can use on a credit card as far as the credit card rewards. Credit card offers. So credit card offers. Store credits such as TJ Maxx, Target, Marshall, Lowe's, Home Depot, Macy's, what else I can think of? Gas stations, credit card. Those are called store credit cards. They usually have very high APR. Their interest rate are extremely high. They usually have high penalty fees. If you don't pay your bill on time, believe it or not, their late fee could be $100. So, and to be honest with you, I think that's a very high penalty fee for that. And then also, uh, store credit cards cannot guarantee that you will get it, but they will do on hard inquiry. And then sometimes you get credit card offers in the mail. Usually, I know I've been getting a lot of offers from Discovery or um, banks as well, actually, they do send you a letter called a pre-approval. So basically, they'll tell you uh, if you want to Chase Freedom credit card, your credit card limit is you might be approved for $8,000. So that is called a pre-approval. They're not approval. They're thinking if you do come in and apply for it, you might get it. So that's what it's basically a pre-approval is about. So be aware of that, please, guys. And then also, when you do get any offers on in the mail, look at their introductory. Read what are their percentage, what are the APR. Uh, uh, so if you know that is a good APR for you and you can apply for it, go for it. But usually they send you in the mail as well. All right, credit card disclosures. The credit card disclosure is basically is providing information about the term of your credit card. So what does that mean? Basically, when you do apply at the bank, especially the bank at the end to disclose the application form for your credit card. So basically, they would have to tell you what is the APR, the annual percentage rate, what fees are there, what is the late charges, and then also other information such as termination consideration, etc., and all that stuff. And then also, all lenders, whether it's a bank or a company, should provide you a copy for you to review. These are some of the information that you can get out of a disclosure information, basically. So it will tell you the annual percentage rate is 14.75%, but 3.99% is for the first 6 months. So basically, whatever you spend your out of your new credit card within a 6 month period, and then if you divide that monthly payment for the first 6 months, you're only going to get 3.99%. But let's say if you don't pay that and it goes on until 7 months, and then after the 6 month, which is the month 7, you're going to get hit fee with a $14.75 interest rate. So be careful on that, guys. And then all the information are in there. Some banks or some lenders do have a transaction fee, such as that balance transfer fee or cash advance fee. And then some of them do, some of them don't. So you might really have to read the disclosure of the lender company that you are applying for a credit card. How do credit card works? So basically, you guys have heard me a lot saying if you pay a little bit of it now, the next of it you're going to get hit fee with an interest. So let's see, how does it work? I have a credit card. My credit card is at a 20% APR. My limit is $300. So by the way, let me ask you a question. What kind of a credit card that could be? Can anyone answer? Ooh, that is a secure credit card, by the way. That could be a secure credit card. But anyway, a little side information. So, and then I have a $300 limit. So with a minimum payment of $25 a month. So that means that, let's say I spend for the first month, I spend $100. The next month, I paid $25, which I made a minimum payment on that. So technically, my balance is $75. So me thinking like, all right, so I made it 25. The next month that I should owe 75, right? No, forgot about the interest. So the interest of that is 20%. So 20% of $75 is $15. So 75 plus 15, which is a $90. So now the next month you spend another extra $100 and you make another payment over $25. So 190 total you spent, and then you made a payment over 25, which is your balance should be 165. So now 20% of 165 is $33. So do you see how bank charges you more money on that 20% APR? So you got to consider, guys, if you spend $100, pay that $100. You don't have to pay any interest on that. All right. Protect your information. When you do shopping online, whether it's Amazon, eBay, or Macy's.com, TGMax.com, or HomeDepot.com, or whatever website that you guys uh, 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 use to do a purchase online, there's a little button. If you look at it right here, it says secure. That means secure your information. I wouldn't do it. It's not safe. People are very smart. They can still hack your computer with all of your technologies that you can build on your computer. So I would not save it because it happened to me before. Uh, that people did hack my Amazon account and then spent $15,000 out of my credit card, which I was going crazy about it. But thank God I got sorted out and everything. But you don't want to save it. Trust me. If most of the time they give you an option, would you like to save your information online? Please say no. Please say no. And then also on a monthly bill that you get through your app or in the mail, review for the month. Let's see, you should be aware of what did you spend your bill on. So keep track of it by checking your monthly bill. Let's see if any of these expenses, if it didn't make sense to you, then you can report that as a fraud or a stolen. Which bank guarantees your money back after a few days, whatever their protocol is for a fraud uh, report. How can I build my credit with a credit card? Credit card credit cards to build credit. So basically, the way you build your credit with a credit card is you show lenders that you can be trustable. You're trusted with their money, and then also uh, how does it affect your credit score? New one, new one decrease credit card. Over time will increase if you use it well. Do not open too much. So basically, what does that mean is, um, if you open, like if you just open a credit score, uh, uh, it will affect your credit score a little bit. But if one credit card that you have it with you, and if you use it wisely, you have been making payment on time, that will definitely increase your credit balance, the credit score, excuse me, and also your credit limit as well. And then the credit report. Uh, on the credit report, they report your credit balance, and then also late and on time payments. So let's say if you miss any month or if you missed any late payments, they you'll see it all of them. And then also lenders can see this one as well. There, I can give you about 5 tips of on using credit cards wisely. So let's say choose your credit cards. So before you apply for a credit card, do a little research, see which company or which organization can give you a better rate or and better annual fee or a low late fee. And then try to use 20 to 30% of your credit balance. If you have a secure credit card, use 20 to 30% of that amount of money that you have on a secure credit card. Make your payments on time. Do not miss any bill payments. Payments, please. That would affect, as showed you before, 35% of your credit score. And then try to keep your credit card active. What does that mean? Let's say you spend a lot of money on one of your credit cards and you decide, be like, you know what, I just paid it off, I don't want to use it. Don't do that. Try to use your credit card, keep a very low balance, very low balance. So this way you could your credit card keeps active towards so that can help you out your credit score. And guys, uh don't apply uh don't apply for credit that you don't need. If you have 2 to 3 credit cards, that should be more than enough for you guys. But if you want to apply for more credit cards, you can go for it. You really don't need it. That means more credit means more depth for you guys. So I would try to avoid debt as far as more credit cards. And then also, uh, CEO, which is our partner that do lend out money for new Afghan arrivals. We do have a loan called a credit ladder loan term. That is, which is a three term loan, which is $100, $300, and $1,000 that you can see. Each round has been divided to payments of 6 months, 8 months, and 20 months, which is for $100 for 6 months, you'll be paying $16.67 a month for 6 months with no interest. And then round three would be $300 for 8 months, which is monthly payment of $37.50 with no interest as well. And then the round three is $1,000, which is in 20 months. You will be monthly making you will be making a monthly payment of $50 with no interest. So this also is available on our website. You can meet with us and you can take advantage of this term, of this loan that if you're trying to build your credit score. Next step, think about your goals. What do you should, what you know, let me put it this way. What should be your next goal, or what should be your next step? Think about your goals. And then after that, try to make a credit card plan. Check your credit scores, research credit card, apply for a credit card, secure versus unsecure, online or in person. So honestly, do your research. Look, see what credit card is best fit for you and which one you can use for yourself. And then also you can decide how will you want to use your credit card. Keep track of it, date, payments, and if you need help with all of that stuff, please book a meeting with our financial coaches, and they will we will be glad to help you out with any of these questions that you have. So if you need more information, you can visit our website, which is www.safeirc.org. Or if you want to email it to us to meet a financial coach, please email us at safe.project@risky.org, or you can send us a WhatsApp message through 292-260-4886. Thank you very much.